Hello and welcome to Sharjah Stadium. It's match day 3 of the AFC Champions League, and it's Sharjah hosting FC Nasaf of Uzbekistan. And what a crucial match this is in this Group B. Both sides unbeaten at the moment. And remember, only the top side in each group is guaranteed a path through to the round of 16. So as you can see from those standings, a victory for Sharjah this evening, from their perspective, is absolutely essential. If they don't win and Nasaf get the victory, well, they open up a 5-point gap between the two teams with just 3 match days to go. And that would be almost insurmountable, you would reckon. There's conditions this evening. There's a degree of humidity here and a little bit of warmth as well. The summer heat still hasn't completely dissipated here in this part of the world. But the pitch is in excellent condition. It received a watering just over an hour before the scheduled kick-off. The players have warmed up on it subsequently. But almost invariably here at the Sharjah Stadium, the surface is never a problem. And a decent crowd has made its way in here, certainly into the main stand for tonight's encounter. An encounter that means so much to both these teams. Sharjah started off in the AFC Champions League this season by playing in the qualifying stage. They played 2 matches just to get to this point in time, and there's an interested spectator, Azizjon Ganiev, who plays in this country for Shabab Al Ahly. They're the defending champions of the UAE Pro League, but he's here tonight to support his countrymen. He was actually along here yesterday evening as well during Nasaf's coaching training session, and their coach, Rizikul Berdiev, celebrated his 52nd birthday yesterday. So is he going to have something else to celebrate this evening, I wonder? Sharjah, though, 2 games to get to the group stage. They beat Bashundara Kings of Bangladesh here in the middle of August. Seems a long time ago, that now. Before a week later, they went and secured an excellent win against Tractor in Iran by 3-1. There's Berdiev looking on. Master tactician, a man who's been in charge of Nasaf for the last 11 years. He's a club legend. He played for Nasaf and has contributed to every trophy they've won, either as a player or as a coach. What a legacy he's created. Which of these 2 teams, I wonder, is going to be on course to create a legacy with their performance this evening and indeed in this group stage? Both teams, as I mentioned at the outset, unbeaten in this group stage at the moment. Nasaf winning on match day 1 away at Al Fazali, the Jordanian side, by 1-0, with a goal in added time. And then on match day 2, a convincing home success by 3-1 against Al Sadd of Qatar. So they're flying high. One of only 3 sides, actually, in the Western region of the AFC Champions League to have maximum points after 2 match days. The others being the UAE side, Al Ain, who will be in action tomorrow evening. They're in Group A. And in Group E, Al Nassr of Saudi Arabia. Sharjah in the group stage, a 0-0 draw away at Al Sadd, and they were a bit fortunate to get that 0-0 draw, if truth be told. Al Sadd missed a penalty just shy of the hour mark. And then on match day 2, they played here against Al Fazali and got a 1-0 success. In truth, it was a very poor game as a spectacle, but it did have one absolutely cracking moment, and that was the goal by Musa Marega, the former Al Hilal frontman, who's moved here to Sharjah in the summer. Fantastic through ball by Miriam Pjanic, the Bosnia and Herzegovina international, which Marega took on his chest and then volleyed home first time. It was a goal to grace any occasion, and it was certainly a goal to brighten up what was otherwise a rather moribund game, if truth be told. What have we got in store for you this evening, I wonder then? Well, those Sharjah players on the bench, they'll be conscious of the fact that a victory this evening will see them go to the head of affairs and take control of Group B. And that's not going to be an easy task. Nasaf absolutely flying at the moment domestically. They're third in the league. They're 7 points behind Pakhtakor. It's a very difficult margin to make up, but from a Nasaf point of view, they won the Super Cup this season for the second time. There's an interesting sight as well. The man in green there, Firas Benlabi, not playing for Sharjah this evening. He was signed from Ajman in the summer, the Tunisian international. He's a spectator tonight. But Nasaf, they won the Super Cup for the second time in August. And their most recent match was the semi-final of the Uzbekistan Cup. And they won that against Dynamo Samarkand last Thursday, so they're in the final. They're the defending champions as well, so they'll be chock full of confidence. Here's the AFC flag then, followed by our match officials and the two teams. Nasaf on the left, playing in the dark blue strip, and Sharjah in their traditional white strip. Many Nasaf fans in here this evening. They're doing their best to make their presence felt. Should be a terrific encounter, this. Both sides will know what's at stake. Who is going to rise to the occasion? Handshakes all round now after the AFC Champions League anthem. Let's have a look at the starting lineups. And Sharjah, first of all, 3 changes from match day 2, the 1-0 win over Al Fazali here at the Sharjah Stadium. In comes number 3, Al Hassan Saleh at fullback, 44, Konstantinos Manolos, the Greek international centre-back, and 88, Majid Hassan, the UAE international midfielder. We've already seen that Firas Benlabi is missing. Salim Sultan, the defender from match day 2, he's missing from the squad as well. There's confirmation of our match officials. Our referee Fu Ming from China, the assistant referee is also from China, as indeed is the VAR, Shen Yinhao, and our 4th official tonight, he is from Syria. 2 captains. Adel Al-Hosseini on the left, and on the right of the picture you just saw, Umar Bek Eshmurodov. Here's the Nasaf side, and coach Rizikul Berdiev has certainly rung the changes since match day 2. 5 changes in all. In come number 2, Alebak Davronov, number 18, Bakrov Abdu Rakimov, number 21, Donya John Nazariev, 2 midfielders there, number 70, the Georgian Jabba Chigauri, he's expected to play on the right-hand side, and number 19, Matias Lima, the Brazilian striker. Just saw the 2 benches there. It's a small squad for Nasaf. Only 9 players named on the bench for them in comparison to Sharjah's 12. 4 of the players for Nasaf, though, have been ever present in this campaign, on the pitch for all 180 minutes up to this stage. It's number 35, Nematov, the goalkeeper. Number 5, Geybuliev, the defender. 34, Nasruliev, another defender. And the captain, Eshmuradov. So it's almost time to get underway. Here's K.O. Lucas. He'll be a pivotal figure for Sharjah this evening. The Brazilian. Mr. Fu, just waiting for the countdown to conclude. It has done, and we're underway. Nasaf then playing from right to left on your screens in the dark strip, getting us underway in this first half. An early touch there for Eshmuradov. And a long clearance from Abdulvakid Nematov, the goalkeeper. One of those 4 players on the pitch throughout the campaign thus far. Picked up by number 2, Davronov. And again, it's his first appearance in matchday action in this season's AFC Champions League. Long ball forward, looking for Lima. And an early touch for Konstantinos Manolos, the Greek defender. Didn't feature in matchday 2. Here's Cosmanoloroiou, the head coach for Sharjah. Very successful in this part of the world. League titles with Al Ain and Al Ahly, who are now Shabab Al Ahly. And last season, huge success here in cup competitions for Sharjah. They won the Super Cup, the League Cup, and the President's Cup, which is the knockout competition. It's a touch for another player coming into the side, Majid Hassan, number 88, Marega. You'll know all about this competition, having won it with Al Hilal, the Saudi side. Lima. Hooked clearance, and an effective one too. It was Khalid Ibrahim Al-Danhani. A little bit of wrestling there involving Marega. Lima, good strength from him. Crisp passing first up from Nasaf. As I've mentioned already, lots of confidence in their ranks. They trained here last evening. It was a very happy occasion as well, not least because of Coach Berdiev's birthday. Very relaxed the team appeared. Headed back to his goalkeeper by Khalid Ibrahim Al-Danhani. His 8th start of the season in all competitions, playing at right back. And here's the man on the other side of the pitch, Al Hassan Salih, the veteran, 32 years of age. Just saw Pjanic on the ball there. Al-Danhani once more. Manolos. Abdullah Ghanim. At the moment they're just doing their best, Sharjah, to try and cope with the loss of Shaheen Abdulrahman, the UAE international centre-back. There's K.O. Lucas getting a little push in the back for his treble. Geybuliev it was who committed the foul. Al-Danhani. Majid Hassan. Abdullah Ghanim. Trying to thread the ball through, not able to do so. to switch the play from one side of the pitch to the other, Sharjah. Marega feeling he was clattered from behind by Alibek Davronov. And the referee agreed. Let's have another look at it here. Marega unhappy, Burdiev pensive, and Sharjah have a free kick. Marcus Maloney and Luanzinho, also with Bin Labi watching on. 3 Sharjah players not in action this evening. Free kick then for Pjanic. In his second season here in the UAE. Lovely delivery. Good header away from Lima in the end, and the shot coming in from Al Hassan Saleh. Not noted for his goal scoring. And I think that explains why. Making his 5th start of the season. Nemetov, the goalkeeper. 5 clean sheets in the Uzbekistan Super League this season for him. Flick on by Lima. Duel in the air, which was won by Nazruliev. Picked up by number 70, Jabir Jiguri, the Georgian. One of only 2 players, or 3 players in fact, on the pitch for the visitors, not from Uzbekistan. The others, Lima and Stanojevic, number 88. Skipper picks it up now, Shmuradov. Players not being given an awful lot of time on the ball in these early stages. Challenges are flying in thick and fast. One in the air by Manolos, but he's landed awkwardly. He's clutching his back. That doesn't surprise me at all, given the nature of his landing. He appeared to jar his back quite badly. Let's have another look at it here now. He got up well, and watch this though. Yes, he felt that. That's for sure. Rising above Jigauri. Worrying moments for Oloroyu. He's got plenty of cover on the bench this evening. Actually has 2 goalkeepers. He'll certainly want to make a change at these early stages of the match. See on the boards at the top of your screen there, Asia's top 40 teams taking part in the AFC Champions League. Kamara, it's a good ball in towards the near post, cut out by Gebuliev. Well done, Hani. Pjanic gets the ball back. Lovely skill from Pjanic. Mozgoyev it was who caught that up awkwardly. Decent ball in that from Kamara. Keo Lucas was trying to get in front of the defender. Look at Pjanic's balance there. Mozgoyev just caught, but there wasn't a free kick given. Al Hassan Saleh leaves it for Keo Lucas. Manolos, who's thankfully made a recovery from that awkward landing a short while ago. Pjanic. Good hustling from Lima there, giving Pjanic no time on the ball at all, and that's the way you've got to play against Sharjah. If you give Pjanic time on the ball, he'll kill you, he really will. He's got such a range of passes. Ability to hit long balls and short balls, always seems to have the ability to find himself in space. It's almost as though he's being man-marked at the moment, though. Jigauri is getting very close to him. You can see him trotting around with Pjanic there, the number 70 next to the number 10. Here's Jigauri. Majid Hassan flying in. He never takes any prisoners in midfield. And he's been booked. He's bitterly disappointed about that. He feels he won the ball, but the referee Fu Ming thinks otherwise. Let's have another look at that challenge. It didn't look to me there that he got any of the ball. Maybe from this angle we'll see. Certainly not. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say that it was just a mistimed challenge. I reckon the referee got that one spot on. It's good still, good skill from Mozgoyev, turning away from trouble. Nematov not frightened to go long if he feels it's appropriate. Lima doing his best to find Abdurakimov, and that's a foul. Kamara not happy. Al-Danhani down, Lima down as well. Let's have another look at the incident. Referee just waiting there to see if there was any advantage. That was Lima catching Al-Danhani. See Mr. Fu there indicating he doesn't want the free kick taken until he's whistled. Berdiev will be quite happy with what he's seen from his team so far. Good pressing, sharp passing. Looked full of confidence. And they've got a free kick in a good position here now. The supporters certainly feeling optimistic. Ball played square to Nasruliev, but he can't make the most of things. Kamara out quickly to close things down. It's gone all the way through. Surely that's a handball. It's been put into the net, though. And the goal's been given. Mozgoyev. Well, I must say, it looked to me as though he controlled that ball with his hand. I'm sure VAR will check it. Shen Yinghao is in the VAR chair, but for now the goal stands. Long diagonal through ball. Mozgoyev got on the end of it. Beat the offside trap, but that has to be handball, surely. Let's have another look at it. Well, surely the VAR official will rule that one out. Let's have another look from this angle. Mozgoyev got the correct side of Al-Danhani. Surely that was control with the upper arm. As you can see, referee Mr. Fu is waiting for an intervention or otherwise from Shen Yinghao. And he's going to go to the monitor. His colleague from China has advised him to do so. I think if he sees the same picture that we've seen, surely this goal won't stand. Fascinating that the referee's assistant on the far side didn't pick it up. Guess it was happening very, very quickly indeed. It doesn't look like chess to me, certainly. Well, Mr. Fu taking his time. No goal. Quite correct. Well, that's what technology is there for. Straight away, as soon as I saw that, and I'm sure wherever you're watching, as soon as you saw it, your first instinct would have been handball. And there's the reaction of the Sharjah supporters. They're delighted. And it's still 0-0. So, his goal is ruled out. Picked up by Abdullah Ghanim. Marega. Kamara. Massed ranks in front of him. All 11 Nasaf players behind the ball. Nolos. Pjanic. Again, followed almost like a shadow by Jigauri. Lima trying to turn away from trouble. He was up against Majid Hassan there, who's been booked already. The referee saw nothing untoward. Alden Hani. That's a nice ball inside to Kamara. Marega. Majid Rashid trying to flick that ball forward, not able to do so. Alden Hani. Ball in towards Marega, doesn't find him. Pace of the match at the moment, unrelenting. Clearance from Nazruliev. Nolos looking for an option forward, but with so many players ahead of him, attacking and defending, very difficult to thread a ball through, but a little bit of hesitation there, almost costly. Nazruliev tidying up eventually for Nasaf, number 21. Here Lucas spreading the play to this near side. Marega makes the run, clatters into the goalkeeper Nematov. Certainly don't think that was deliberate. Marega had his eyes behind him, looking at the ball that was coming towards him. You'll see it quite clearly here now. Pjanic it was with the no-look ball, and it was almost a beauty. Marega, diagonal run, racing onto it. You can see he hasn't seen the goalkeeper at all there. Nematov is still down. Worrying moments for the Nasaf coach, Berdiev. He's prowling the edge of his technical area. They have just one goalkeeper on the bench. Nasaf, it's 19-year-old John Musulmonov. He's not going to be needed at the moment, though, because Nemetov is back on his feet and takes the free kick. Just over 20 minutes gone then. Nearest we've come to a goal was Govoy's ruled-out effort for handball. Kamara wrestling with Mosgoyo. Govoy is the worse for wear, it appears. Seems to be indicating that he got some sort of contact in the face. Let's have a look now. You can understand why he felt aggrieved there, because it looks as though Kamara was trying to climb through him. Delay while Mosgovoy is down. Gives Oloroyo the chance to just impart some knowledge, some wisdom to one of his centre-backs, Manolos. Kamara protesting his innocence. And Mr. Fu, the referee, just saying, I'm in charge of the game. You let me ref and you play. Let's have another look at the incident here. Well, it's the Rugby World Cup final next weekend, and a challenge like that would be out of order even there. Good news is that Mosgovoy is going to be able to come back on. And you can see he's jogging to the middle of the screen near Kamara. A little touch of hands there, which was nice to see. And the ball given away rather carelessly there by Davronov. Good tackle by Buliev, though. And then Lima's brought down. Abdullah Ghanim was the guilty party. And again, Mr. Fu feeling the need just to make his presence felt. Ghanim all over Lima there. Buliev with the ball forward. Keo Lucas. Pjanic again shadowed almost remorselessly, relentlessly by Jigauri. Alden Hani on this near side, our commentary box side of the Sharjah Stadium. Abdullah Ghanim. Al Hassan Saleh. Rega offside. Good work that, actually. Very impressive from Ishmuradov, just moving up, leaving Marega stranded. Marega, who arrived here in the summer from Al Hilal. A couple of goals for Sharjah this season already. One of them in match day 2 against Al Fazali. The other against Emirates in the UAE Pro League. Kamara, as well to keep his feet there under challenge. Majid Hassan. Marega and Kamara almost getting in each other's way. Marega appealing for handball. I'm sure VAR will check that. Davronov. That ball's a little bit short for Nasrulliyev. And in the end, the free kick goes Sharjah's way. Let's have a look at that appeal for handball. This angle might show us more. Well, it's ricocheted up there off the knee. Well, it would be a harsh VAR official who gave that, I think, and that was a foul every day of the week from Abdurakhimov, number 18. So a free kick for the hosts. Just over 25 minutes gone. Pjanic, the magician, with his right foot. Can he find a teammate? Majid Hassan next to him. Five Sharjah players on the edge of the area. And he's got that completely wrong. But in the end, Nemetov, the goalkeeper, almost got it wrong as well. Came too far, but still managed to gather it confidently. Push in the back by Manolos. Can't believe the decision's gone against him, but it has. Jigauri, the man going down. You can see that Manolos raised his hands into the back of the Georgian. Stanajevic, the Serbian, vastly experienced, 35 years young, in his 5th season with Nasaf. He's got this free kick towards the back post. He was looking for Gaybuliev, couldn't find him. Gaybuliev will still have the throw. Sizing up a long one too, by the looks of things. Followed Gaybuliev. Hooked clear by Sharjah. And the skipper, Shmuradov, goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Good pressing from Marega. And he earns his side a throw. Keo Lucas. He's under pressure and forced to go back to Abdullah Ghanim. Majid Hassan. Majid Rashid finds Manolos. Good run that, actually, by Majid Rashid. It's not often he finds himself in that sort of position. He was happy with the idea. The ball couldn't quite meet its target. Up on this near side by Nasrulliyev. He's down the line. He was looking for Jigauri. Jigauri gets the header in there. Forward by Stanajevic. Al-Danhani wins the throw for his side. Khalid Al-Danhani, player who's been here at Sharjah since 2020, and he joined from the Abu Dhabi team Al-Wadda. Although he did spend that previous season on loan at Bani Yas. And the referee now decides that it's time for a refreshment break. Very common in this part of the world, after half an hour of each half, for the players just to take on some water because the heat is still oppressive. Well, there's been very little to choose between the two teams so far. Closest we've come to a goal has been the effort by Mozgovoy. And there's Azizjon Ganiev in the middle of your screen. The Uzbek player who plies his trade in this country with Shabab Al Ali, the UAE League champions. Pensive expressions on the faces of both sets of supporters. You realise this match, I think, at the moment is very much on a knife edge. Sharjah players not in action this evening. Luanzinho, Marcus Maloney and Filis Benlabi from left to right there. Sharjah's next action after this match is back here on the 28th on Saturday against Banias in the UAE Pro League. It's a match they really need to win. They're 4 points off the top of the UAE Pro League at the moment after just 5 rounds of competition. Well, down goes Jigauri. Didn't seem to be anyone near him at the time when he went down, but he's back on his feet now and hobbling into the centre circle, as you can see, number 70. Majid Hassan. Majid Rashid. I think that one shot has been registered by either side so far. Pretty sure that was the effort by Al Hassan Saleh, the fullback, which cleared the crossbar by quite some distance. Certainly been a watchable game so far, but opportunities at either end have been at a premium. It's a poor ball from Majid Hassan. And then it's a free kick. Pjanic on Jigauri. The problem that Sharjah have here is that they need to get that man on the ball a lot more, Pjanic, because at the moment he's being stifled, and stifled very effectively by, for the most part, Jigauri. Really good tactical plan that's been arrived at by Berdiev and his staff, realising that if you can stifle Pjanic, you can stifle a lot of creativity. Oh, Lima's through. Oh, that's really well done by Manolos. Really and truly, Sharjah will be wondering how on earth a long through ball like that down the centre of the pitch suddenly found them in strife. Really good play that by Manolos, getting between himself and Lima and getting the ball behind. Corner then for the visitors. Two Nasaf players inside the 6-yard box. Another 4 on the edge of the 18-yard box, headed away by Marega. Only as far as Mozgovoy. Mozgovoy again. Nice cute little back heel. Picked up by the captain now, Ishmuradov. Well won by Manolos. Oh, good turn from Marega. Pjanic was doing his best there to set Ko Lucas away on the left-hand side. Very nearly did so. Well done by Majid Hassan. Wins the throw off Nasruliev. 2 balls on the pitch, so we'll have to take that one again. Mr. Fu just making his point to Cosmin Oloroyu that he wants him to stay inside the technical area. Pjanic, this time policed by Stanajevic. Alden Hani. Majid Rashid, turning away from trouble, doing well. Abdul Ghanim. Ko Lucas, another player who Sharjah want to see on the ball a whole lot more than they have done so far. Very creative player and a good ball across the pitch. Give and go from Alden Hani. Can he keep it in play? No, he can't. Good effort from the fullback, but he needed telescopic legs to hook his right foot around that one. I mentioned earlier that 40 teams are competing in the group stage for the AFC Champions League. 10 groups, 5 of them in the west, 5 of them in the east. 20 AFC member associations represented. Four teams actually from Uzbekistan, as well as Nasaf. There's Paktakor, GMK and Navbahor. Well, that shot took a deflection from Marega. And in the end, the goalkeeper, Nemetov, did really well because he was going down and still somehow had to keep his body upright to make that save. There's the deflection. And he was at full stretch there. Like a tank, Marega, in that sort of situation. Rampaging forward, very difficult to stop. Ball just deflected off Davronov, and that made it a doubly good save by Nemetov. A bit of pushing and shoving between Lima and Marega. It looks as though it's one straight off the training ground. A whole host of players around the penalty spot. Pjanic with the corner. Ghanim with the header. Marega with the shot, which is deflected away. Al Hassan Saleh with the shot, with the ball back in, and then that's acrobatic from Kamara. Straight at the goalkeeper, though. Good control by the little man. And a really agile shot on the turn, but not enough to trouble Nemetov. Govoy to this near side. Davronov forward, gets it back. Ishmuradov. Forward by Gebuliev. Looking for Lima, doesn't find him. Pjanic, again, very well policed. Player who was close to him on that occasion was Zuliev. Al-Danhani. Kamara. Abdullah Ghanim. Majid Hassan. Keo Lucas, who's come into a more central position to try and influence the game a little bit more. Again, really good pressing this from Nasaf. Pjanic finds himself in a little bit of space. It's a poor ball back to him, though, by Keo Lucas. Lucas with a shot from distance. It took a deflection, but it was straight down the throat of Nemetov. Looked as though it kissed off Eshmuradov. We'll see it a bit more closely here. While you're watching that replay, there's a player down for Sharjah on this near side. And a yellow card has been shown against Nasruliev. So a yellow card apiece now for these two teams. Just catching Al-Danhani. Pjanic just having a chat with his coach there. I'm sure he's feeling frustrated. He's not able to influence this game a whole lot more than he has been already. I'm sure that man there will be reasonably satisfied. Berdiev, the Nasaf coach. Pjanic doing his best to get in the referee's ear. Game of chess between these two sides at the moment. Sharjah will feel they're getting the upper hand. A couple of efforts on goal in the recent past. Just about 2.5 minutes to go, normal time in this first half. Jigauri couldn't bring that under control. Ghanim. Here's the possession statistics in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Sharjah well and truly in charge of that, but aside from those recent efforts, you couldn't honestly say they've mounted a siege on the Nasaf goal for all their superiority on the ball. Pjanic, again policed very tightly. Jigauri next to him there. I just wonder if Jigauri is going to join Pjanic in the Sharjah dressing room at half-time. So close they've been at times in this first half. Majid Rashid does well to get the ball to Majid Hassan in the end. Ball forward looking for Keo Lucas. Trying a little back heel. And the corner one off Gebuliev. So dead ball situation in the last minute of normal time in the first half. Can Sharjah make the most of it? Pjanic with his right foot is going to try and curl this in. He's got 3 players to aim for around the penalty spot and 2 more inside the 6-yard area. Towards the near post. And another corner given. Good committed defending that by Nasaf. In the end, as though it came off Gaybuliev's head. Pjanic once more. And the referee again seeing some argy-bargy in that 6-yard area, not for the first time this evening. He's having a word with Gaybuliev, actually. Meanwhile, our 4th official, Hannah Hattab of Syria, has held up the board for 9 added minutes at the end of this first half. It's a long time. And one of these 2 sides take advantage. Well, a punch there from Nemetov when he could easily have caught that. Will he be made to pay? Missed kick from Marega. Keo Lucas out to the far side. Pjanic. Lucas again with the shot. And that deflects very gently off Stanovic to Nemetov. Ball just wouldn't come down for a host of players there. Marega was the first of them to miss his kick. Nice little turn from Lucas. Pjanic found Lucas again, but his shot was easily snuffed out by that forest of Nasaf players in front of him. I don't know if you can hear, but the Nasaf fans, not many of them here tonight, but they're doing their best to get behind their team. They're away behind Adel Al-Hosseini's goal. Apart from that occasion when Adel Al-Hosseini had to pick the ball out of his own net for the goal that was ruled out for handball, he's had very little to do tonight. It's a foul given against Majid Rashid. He can't believe the decision. He was absolutely certain he won the ball. It didn't look as though he touched it there. Lima taking a tumble. And the free kick goes Nasaf's way. Stanojevic is over the ball. 3 players in the wall. Nasaf fans demanding a goal here. Can Stanojevic do? He can curl the ball goalwards, but too high. He's frustrated. And they're appreciative. Cushioned header by Zruliev. Mentioned Stanojevic is having that free kick. He missed the round of 16 in the AFC Champions League, the previous edition, having started all the games prior to that for Nasaf. They lost in that round of 16. That was in February of this year against Al-Shabaab of Saudi Arabia. That round of 16 match took place in Qatar. That was after they qualified as second in the group that they played in. That was the first time they've actually made it through to the knockout stages of the AFC Champions League. Alden Hani looking for Marega, too high for him. Miscontrol at the back post, though, by Nazuliev, and the shot comes in. Oh, yes! Ko Lucas! What a strike! Sharjah hit the front. A goal, really, out of almost nothing. That's what Lucas can do. Get him on the ball, and you've got every chance of creating something. And that's exactly what's happened on that occasion. What a tremendous hit. Alden Hani's ball was overhit. Miscontrol then by Nazuliev. Lucas getting the shot in. And how on earth did he thread the eye of the needle there? Somehow that ball made it into the back of the net through a whole sea of players. From that angle, we can see that Nemetov got a touch to it. And in fact, he'll feel, looking at that last replay, that maybe he should have kept it out. But he was beaten for pace, really. It was a tremendous strike, appreciated on the bench and in the stands. And in the 5th minute of added time, at the end of this first half, Ko Lucas breaks the deadlock. A wonderful hit it was. It's Lucas's 6th goal in all competitions for Sharjah this season, and his 2nd in the AFC Champions League. Pjanic. Kamara. A good ball into the far post. Lucas was there. Well, he produced the spectacular a short while ago. He couldn't do it again, though, in such quick succession. He was having to stretch here, though, with that ball from Kamara. It was on his left foot as well. Ball was always going away from him. Couldn't quite direct it goalwards. It's going to be fascinating now to see how Nasaf approach the situation. The game plan had looked so solid, but all of a sudden now, are they going to have to adapt it? Are they going to look to chase the game? It'll certainly alter the team talk that Berdiev would have been planning. That strike. A lot of time added on at the end of the first half. And it's time that Sharjah are grateful for. About 90 seconds of the minimum of 9 minutes to be played remain. Sharjah happy to play keep ball. Pjanic. Manolos. Al-Hassan Saleh out on the left-hand side. Finds Marega. The flag's gone up. My suspicion was that he'd just drifted into an offside position, and that was confirmed by the referee's assistant on this near side. You could see quite clearly there that the referee's assistant got that absolutely right. Good positioning from him on this near side. There's Ruliev. Good ball in. Doesn't find Lima. Stanajevic with his right foot. A good ball in. And a flick header from Jigori. Easy enough for Adel Al-Hosseini. A very comfortable save for the Sharjah stopper. A little bit more ambition there, though, by Nasaf, right at the end of the first half. A first half brought to a conclusion by Mr. Fu, the referee from China. It's a first half that's been studded by a wonderful goal from Ko Lucas, his second in this year's AFC Champions League. A wonderful strike with his right foot. At the other end, Nasaf denied a goal in the early stages by a handball after Mozgovoy thought he'd put the visitors in front. That went to VAR. Not a lot for that man to do, Adel Al-Hosseini. But from a Sharjah perspective, their patience, and they had to be patient, well, their patience has been rewarded. Match day 3 of the AFC Champions League here at the Sharjah Stadium. The battle between two teams unbeaten in Group B. And it's half-time. And it is Sharjah 1, Nasaf 0. Getting ready then for the second half. Of this Group B AFC Champions League match day 3 encounter between Sharjah and Nasaf. Sharjah get us underway in the white strip, playing from right to left on your screens. And they lead by 1-0. Wonderful goal from Ko Lucas. 5 minutes into added time at the end of the first period. And confirmation of substitutions. Abdurakimov is off, and so is Nazuliev. Coming on in their place, Safamurdov, Abdirakhmatov, number 8, and Oybek Bozarov, number 77. First 2 changes of the evening. Sharjah unchanged. Let's start off this second half. Marega, whose physical presence was certainly a threat for Nasaf in that first half. Early touch there for Bozarov. Manolos getting the clearance in. Sharjah yet to concede a goal in the group stage. 0-0 draw against Al Sadd in match day 1, and a 1-0 success here against Al Fazali on match day 2. Abdirakhmatov does well there, but in the end loses control. Ko Lucas, the goal scorer, comes away with the ball. Didn't make a meal of that challenge either. It was certainly a full-blooded one, as you'll see here from this replay. Buliev it was. Didn't get all that close to the ball, it didn't appear to me. He must have got a touch on it though, because the throw has gone Sharjah's way. Al-Hassan Saleh down the line, looking for Kamara, who's so frustrated. He got the right side of the defender there, but couldn't quite keep the ball in play. Gavranov just tried to push him out the way and didn't succeed. But the ball just got the better of him. Given away. Pjanic in an advanced position finds Marega. Lucas. As Al-Hassan Saleh outside him, tried to thread the ball through to Marega, couldn't do so. Majid Hassan picks up the scraps. Lucas, Pjanic, Manolos, Majid Hassan. Good physical presence from him to retain possession under challenge. Nice little interplay this. Al-Hassan Saleh tries to get the crossover. He was looking for the corner, rather fancy, off the defender, didn't get it. It was Abdirakhmatov who was back there and who's on the ball again now. Well, that's good skill, good close control from the substitute. And they've played their way out of trouble very nicely there. Nazruliev on the far side crosses the halfway line, finds Jigauri. Nazruliev again gets the cross in. It's a really good ball and terrific defending from guess who? Ko Lucas. What was he doing back there? Look at him there, sprinting back. He could see the danger. He could see it better than any of his teammates. Stanijevic was left on the back post, a rueful smile from him. He knows how close he was there to being in a position to convert an opportunity, but he was denied by that man, Ko Lucas. There's delay here in the corner being taken because it looks as though Al Hassan Saleh has just tweaked his left hamstring. He's made his way towards the Sharjah technical area, so they're down to 10 men at the moment, Sharjah, having to defend this corner, and they're getting ready to make a change. Change is now happening. Abdulaziz Al-Kabi is coming on. So he's ensured that they're back up to a complement of 11 players. You can see there's some strapping on his leg, Al Hassan Saleh, so he was obviously struggling, and he's been unable to continue. Referee's whistle goes. Pjanic is down, and the free kick will go Sharjah's way. See if we can make out what happened here. Well, it was something and nothing really from Davronov. Just wonder whether Davronov's hands just inadvertently caught Pjanic in the throat. And that's what maybe knocked the wind out of him. Kamara was down as well, but he's back up again. There's that problem with the thigh of Al Hassan Saleh. You would imagine that that would make him very doubtful for Sharjah's next match in 5 days' time against Banias. Their next match in the AFC Champions League is again against Nasaf, this time in Uzbekistan on the 6th of November. So these two sides don't have to wait long before they go head-to-head again. Lucas back to Majid Rashid. Pjanic. He's got the substitute Al-Kabi outside him. Tries to sweep in the corner, the cross. Stanajevic says that's gone out for a throw, and the officials agree with him. Al-Kabi, the 25-year-old who recently signed a new deal through to 2025. Has spent part of his career out on loan at the Al Nassr club in Dubai. It's his 4th appearance off the bench in all competitions for Sharjah this season. He's on the ball, or he's wanting to get on the ball again now from Lucas, but Lucas opts to go back. Manolos. Alden Hani. Abdullah Ghanim. Plenty of space for him. It's almost down to a walking pace at the moment. Sharjah content to retain possession. Majid Hassan, crossfield ball by him to the substitute. Just to reiterate, if Sharjah win here this evening, they'll move to 7 points and will move a point clear of Nasaf at the top of the group. Marega. Al Sadd have a point prior to this match day from their 0-0 draw at home to Sharjah. It was on match day 1. And Al Fazali, pointless thus far. Lima, unhappy that the free kick's gone against him. Alden Hani tumbling down. And another change for Sharjah. Alden Hani, who's going to come off. So the referee will be hoping he can just manage to roll over the touchline there. It was Alden Hani's cross that ultimately led to the goal. Guess he's going to be credited with the assist, but perhaps you have to give a little bit of credit as well to Nazuliev for his miscontrol at the back post that allowed Keo Lucas to get possession. And goodness me, didn't he make the most of it? Mohamed Abdul Basit waiting to come on for Sharjah. Celebrated his 28th birthday 4 days ago. And other changes being readied, this time for Nasaf, with Azizbek Amanov waiting to come on. He got a couple of goals against Al Sadd in match day 2. So Abdul Basit on now. It's his 5th substitute appearance of the season in all competitions, and his 2nd off the bench in the AFC Champions League. Also came off the bench against Al Fazali in the previous round. So an aggressive gambit being contemplated by Berdiev in bringing Amanov on. Back to his keeper by Abdi Rakhmatov. And the substitute picks it up again now on this right-hand side below our commentary position. It's a foul by Abdullah Ghanim. And another one of the substitutes, Bozarov. And the change confirmed with Stanijevic coming off. And Amanov in his place. So 3 changes now made by the visitors. Amanov getting involved straight away, mixing it with Al-Kabi on this near side. It's Amanov's 5th AFC Champions League campaign, but his first with Nasaf. His 4 previous ones came with Lokomotiv, but he never actually started for them. A 2-goal salvo against Al Sadd was actually his first AFC Champions League start. Came on as a substitute against Al Fazali. Free kick, Lucas disagrees with it. Nazruliev was the man fouled. It looked there as though he lost his balance, but again, to emphasise, the referee gets one look at it in normal time. We get the benefit of those excellent replays. Coming up to the hour then, still Sharjah hold the advantage. Played inside by Gaybuliev. Picked up now by Bozarov. Mozgovoy. Abdi Rakhmatov. Oh, he tried to thread the ball forward, looking for Gaybuliev, but Gaybuliev, well, breakdown in communication. It started to move back to receive the ball instead, so no problems at all. A little bit of frustration there for the Nasaf fans, because earlier on they were full of enthusiasm, full of noise. Not quite so much now, though. Pjanic coming short. Sharjah looking to play out from the back. No better exponent of that than him. He tried to find Ko Lucas, couldn't do so. Cross from Abdi Rakhmatov. That's good work from Ruliev, but free kick. It's gone against him for that little push, I think. Perhaps it's gone against him there, in fact. The initial push was from Davronov. Nasaf can come forward. Shot from Amanov. Lima with the header. Didn't get the contact that he wanted. It's landed awkwardly as well. It's a decent ball in. The initial shot from Amanov. And there's Ruliev's cross. In the end, Al-Kabi did enough to put Lima off. Again, Sharjah looking at the option of playing it out. Ball played forward by Majid Rashid. It's now out of position. Lima. Since that change, it looks as though Majid Rashid has dropped back to full-back. Well, they're certainly knocking on the door here now, Nasaf. They haven't created a clear-cut opening, but they're threatening, looking to come forward, looking to be positive. Manolos is down.
Come in, doctor, come in. Doctor, come in, please. Stretcher. Come in, please.
Might just have heard over the effects microphone there. Call is for a stretcher. Let's hope it's not a serious issue here for Konstantinos Manolos. See if we can make out what happened here. Number 44 in the middle of your screen. No one was near him, but clearly in some difficulty. Worried looks from the sidelines. Arroyo just having a chat with a couple of his players. There's the man whose goal separates the two teams. Not quite sure what the problem is with Manolos, but you could see from his face as he got onto the stretcher that he's looking in a little bit of discomfort. That's not the look of a man who's going to be able to come back onto the pitch, you wouldn't have thought. Already they've lost Al Hassan Saleh through injury. Arroyo now looking at what his options are off the bench. And for the time being, Sharjah are down to 10 players on the pitch. Manolos still hasn't got off the stretcher. Picked up now by number 5, Gaybuliev. Nazruliev gets the cross in, and the header comes in from Jigaori. Straight down the throat of the Sharjah goalkeeper, Adel Al Hosseini. But at the moment, it's Nasaf who are doing all the pressing. You just feel there that Jigouri will think that he should have done a little bit better. Got up unchallenged, but couldn't direct his header to a part of the goal where Adel Al Hosseini wasn't. All hands to the pump defensively at the moment for Sharjah, being that man down. They're getting ready to bring Dari Farhad on, a 19-year-old midfielder. He's made just one appearance in the AFC Champions League this season. That was in the first qualifying round against the Bashundara Kings of Bangladesh. He's got a big task ahead of him now, though, with roughly 25 minutes of normal time, plus one would imagine a substantial chunk of added time ahead of him. Looks as though he's going to slot in to midfield. And it appears to me that Majid Hassan is dropping back into the centre-back position. Another foul conceded this time by Kamara. This match absolutely on a knife edge now. We're roughly halfway through the second half, or certainly in terms of normal time anyway. Debuliev back to Nemetov. Hasn't had an awful lot to do in this second half, the Nasaf goalkeeper. Majid Rashid beaten in the air. Majid Hassan back to his goalkeeper, and that's good no-nonsense play from Adel Al Hosseini. No playing out from the back there. Just get it out. The Nasaf fans, you can probably hear them. They're starting to feel their side are threatening here. Lima. Again, no-nonsense clearance, this time from Kamara. Morega's up the pitch and commits a foul. Ishmuradov was the recipient of that foul challenge. It's going to be Morega's job, if the ball's hoofed long, as it was by Kamara on that occasion, to try and hold the ball up. A little bit of cramp there. As I mentioned earlier, it's oppressive conditions here in the UAE, last of the summer heat. Even the spectators are feeling the heat. Should be a drinks break in about 5 minutes' time for the players. Opportunity to take on some more fluid and some instruction from their coach. Picked up by Bozarov. He can't retain possession. Abdi Rakbatov, he's dispossessed as well. Good play from Al-Kabi, the substitute. Majid Hassan goes back to Adel Al Hosseini, who again goes long. It's going to be hard work here for Sharjah, with Nasaf on the front foot. And some defensive changes as well at the back for the home team. With 2 players going off injured, Al Hassan Saleh and Konstantinos Manolos. Rearrangement. In his chat to the media immediately before the match, Osman Oloroya was saying his side needed to be absolutely at full throttle to get something out of this match. Nice from Kamara, and he falls over. Still battling away though against Davronov. Osman Kamara from Guinea. That's a poor ball by Farhad, one of the substitutes. It's good play from one of the other substitutes. Al-Kabi gets the ball back. Lucas made a run towards Marega at the back post. He nods it down, but only as far as Nasruliev, who then takes a tumble at the hands of Kamara. Good work from the substitutes. Good tackles from them, getting into the game, being committed. Farhad and Al-Kabi. Lucas, whose goal separates the teams. Long crossfield ball. To no one in particular. He was thinking Kamara might have made the run. Kamara had in fact checked himself on that far side. Shmuradov. Picked up by Abdi Rakhmatov. And number 70, Jigauri. Jigauri again. Need to get it back. Off for Amanov. Nasruliev on the far side. He's done well to get away from Kamara. Can't beat Pjanic though. Marega. Well tackled by Eshmuradov. Out to the far side, Bozarov. Majid Hassan, oh, he's let that ball go. He still hasn't got the ball clear. He had another opportunity to do that. And ultimately the free kick is conceded by Farhad. But that was all down to Majid Hassan's indecision. Clumsy challenge from the teenager. He won the ball initially from Bozarov, and then clattered into Eshmuradov. Majid Hassan was the man who played Sharjah into problems there. And Amanov is over the ball. Listen to those Nasaf fans. It's in prime position, this, as you can see. Pjanic just trying to slow things down. Being urged back ultimately by the referee. 4 players in the wall. Looks like Amanov is going to take this. Eshmuradov is there as well. So is Gaybuliev, although he's moved away now. Amanov left there. Strikes it well, but it's off the wall. It's gone behind for a corner. Wall does its job. It was Mohamed Abdul Basit there. And Majid Hassan, the man whose error ultimately created that free kick. He's an appreciative man for that block. Third corner of the evening then for Nasaf. Lima with the header. And Amanov within touching distance of getting on the end of that flick. Lima rose well, got above Abdullah Ghanim. And in the end, he was just beaten for pace at the back post, Amanov, wasn't he? He'd made the run, but he just couldn't quite get there. This angle will show you how close he got to the ball. Not a million miles away, but, well, he wasn't able to get that all-important touch. And the referee's now decided it's time for the refreshment break for the players. Chance for both teams to regroup with their coaching staffs before we go into what I'm sure will be an absolutely frantic final period of play. Let's have a look at the one goal we've seen so far. Al-Danhani's ball from this near side. The mistake, the miscontrol from Nazuliev, and Ko Lucas taking full advantage. Thumping finish in the 5th minute of added time at the end of the first half. Cutting inside as he so often likes to do, onto his right foot. Goodness me, that will haunt his nightmares this evening. Nazuliev. Joy for the coach. Joy up in the stands. And joy for Ko Lucas. Been an excellent servant for Sharjah. Wonderful, skillful operator. Signed on a permanent deal in the summer of 2021 after being on loan from Benfica. Shmuradov wanting more from his teammates. Just saw Al-Kabi there on as a substitute. Manolos, who's subsequently gone off injured. Al-Danhani, he's on the sidelines too as well now. And Berdiev, well, he'll feel hard done by with his team at the moment are a goal down. They've certainly looked the more threatening of the two teams in this second half. And a change now for the visitors, with Andre Chavez coming on. Replacing Matias Lima up top. Chavez, the Argentinian, joined on a free transfer from the Banfield side in Argentina in July of this year. First time on the pitch in the AFC Champions League, Chavez. Oh, and the volley over the top. Frustration, it was Bozarov looking to strike that one sweetly. In fact, that was Nuruliev, who's also come on as a substitute. So they used all their 5 changes now. Have Nasaf, Nuruliev, who scored in that 3-1 success. against Al Sadd in match day 2. Gebuliev is the other player who's gone off. Picked up on that far side by Jigauri. And again, committed performance from him this evening, but he did have that header earlier in the second half that perhaps he'll feel he should have done better with. Ishmuradov forward. Headed away by Abdullah Ghanim, and a chance for Marega to run now up against Davronov. Feels he was fouled. Certainly the fans on that far side who support Sharjah agree with him, but the referee doesn't. Chance now for Nasruliev. Gets the cross to the back post and headed away in the nick of time by Al-Kabi. Just kept in play by Nasruliev, who's been an increasingly important figure in this match down that left-hand side. All hands to the pump defensively at the moment for Sharjah. Nuruliev is going to take the corner. Oh, well saved at the near post by Adel Al-Hosseini. Ball was fired in. I think it was Chavez who got the touch. Adel Al-Hosseini was in the right place at the right time. And this is a good run now by Nuruliev. Crossing to the far post. It's not a good ball, but it's kept in on that far side by Amanov. Bozarov. Sharjah happy to get it anywhere. Pjanic, cool as you like, finds Keo Lucas. Being urged forward by the fans in the main stand, where our commentary box is positioned. Sharjah decide discretion is the better part of valor. That's a poor ball, though, by Farhad. Amanov with the shot. Straight at Adel Al-Hosseini. But Farhad, well, that was a really poor ball. Have a look at this. A no-look ball, really. He didn't know that Amanov was there. Good defensive work, actually, from Majid Hassan. Just shepherding Amanov away from goal, and the shot in the end wasn't all that threatening. This match boiling up into a frantic conclusion. Can Sharjah hang on for 3 vital points? Here come Nasaf again. Their fans doing their best to lift their team once more. Nasruliev's out there, hugging the left touchline. Kamara's up against him. Throw into the visitors. Nasruliev gets the ball back. He's still going. In the end, just shows too much of it to Majid Hassan. All 11 players for Sharjah inside their own half. There's no outlet up the pitch for them now. Marega just briefly there, sneaking over the halfway line. Picked up by Jigauri. Out to this near side, Nuruliev. Was that a penalty? No, it wasn't. Abdurakhmatov going down. And you can see Abdullah Ghanim thinking there was a little bit of play acting there. Never like to see a player brandishing an imaginary card at the referee, asking for a yellow card, but that angle is none too flattering for Abdurakhmatov. Adel Al-Hosseini. This was a really good save at his near post. It was flicked. In fact, it was Mozgovoi in the end who was at the near post with that flick. Did really well to direct the ball goalwards. And the goalkeeper in the right place at the right time. Not that much pace on the ball, but you could see how viciously it was spinning, and it was heading in. Because that ball was spinning quite as much as it was, Adel Al-Hosseini wasn't prepared to try and catch it. Al-Kabi being urged away by the referee, Mr. Fu. Nasaf have the free kick. Handful of metres inside their own half. Berdiev looking on from the sidelines, frustrated. That's a poor ball, actually, from Ashmuradov across the pitch to Nasruliev, who goes long. Davronov was up there as an auxiliary attacker. Keo Lucas now. Rare foray forward for Sharjah. Maraga's there. Didn't get the contact that he wanted. See at the bottom of your screen there, Cosman Oloroyo urging his players back, get behind the ball. Nasruliev yet again on that left-hand side. Deep cross, header comes in. It was Amanov's header, but again straight at Adel Al-Hosseini. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. As you're watching these replays, player down with what appears to be cramp for Sharjah. I think it's Pjanic. Majid Rashid and Adel Al-Hosseini exchanging pleasantries. Well, Pjanic receives some treatment. Not a sight that Sharjah fans will be all that happy with. Well, the fact that he's been able to stand on his own is a good sign. Is an indication of the humidity and the heat we've got here this evening. Well, the Nasaf fans, do they still believe, I wonder? 2.5 minutes of normal time remaining, but you would imagine there's going to be a significant amount of time added on at the end. Certainly on the evidence of the first half, where we saw 9 additional minutes played. Pjanic has been able to trot off the pitch of his own accord. And now he awaits the referee's okay to come back, which he's just received. Possession statistics, quite interesting that actually. Nasaf seem to have had the greater threat in this second half, but it's Sharjah who, again, are bossing the figures. This goes to show that those figures don't always tell a story. The main story, of course, is in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Headed away by Farhad. Lucas, the goal scorer, gets a tackle in, but the ball breaks to Amanov. Down he goes rather theatrically. The referee's having none of that. Long ball for Lucas to chase. Davronov goes back to his keeper. Ishmuradov now looks up. What are his options forward? Who's moving for him? Ureliev across the pitch. Picks out Mozgovoy. As Ruliev attempted to get the cross in. It's the header in instead. A flying header then from Majid Rashid. He takes a tumble and gets a free kick. They're happy to take any time they can out of the match. And that's a yellow card. The booking for Abdi Rakhmatov. Second Nasaf player to go into the referee's notebook, and there we are, 10 minutes of additional time to be played. Cosman Oloroyu looks quite incredulous there with the amount of time that's been added on, but it's no surprise really, given that we had 9 minutes added on in the first half. Oloroyu questioning the officials. He's not going to get any change out of that. Rakhmatov and Kamara just exchanging pleasantries. And with Majid Rashid down, you'd reckon that, well, there's going to be more than that minimum of 10 minutes to be played. Nervous times for Sharjah fans, nervous times for Nasaf fans as well. Can Sharjah hold out? Nuanzinho, Marcus Maloney, Firas Ben Labi, 3 Sharjah players sidelined this evening, looking on nervously. Adel Al-Hosseini with the long clearance, looking for Marega, beaten in the air by Davronov. Good tackle by Majid Hassan, was it? No, according to the referee. Oh, and a second yellow's come out. He's been booked already, so he's going to be sent off here. Majid Hassan has to take the long walk. Pjanic doing his best to plead with the referee. It looked initially, to me at least, that Majid Hassan had won the ball. Let's have a look at his first yellow card. This was in the first half. Clattering into Gigauri. And then here's the second card. Well, it was an ugly-looking tackle. But I don't think there's any doubt there that he did win the ball. And I think if the referee sees that again, he'll probably think that maybe, just maybe, it wasn't necessarily worthy of that second yellow. The Sharjah fans can't believe it. But what it means is Sharjah have got to finish this match with 10 players. Still on the pitch there. Majid Hassan, he hasn't left yet, but he's going to have to, you know. Well, well, well. You want drama, you've got it here tonight at the Sharjah Stadium on match day 3 of this AFC Champions League clash in Group B. You can hear the reaction of the Sharjah fans. They're not happy. The boos are ringing round the Sharjah Stadium. Well, the fans are calling for a VAR review, but of course it was a yellow card. It wasn't a straight red. So there's no opportunity for the referee to go to the monitor. Majid Hassan finally off the pitch. Cross comes in, header won by Mohamed Abdul Basit. That'll be a corner. Well, already, according to the clock, in the top left-hand corner with 5 minutes into the minimum of 10 to be played, there will be plenty more than that 10, you can be sure of that now. Nuruliev with the corner on that far side. Berdiev again on the edge of his technical area. The corner swung in, pushed away. Brilliant stop that by Adel Al Hosseini. His best of the evening, I'd say, from Chavez. That was heading under the crossbar before the goalkeeper intervened. Another corner for Nasaf, but before it's taken, the referee again says, no more pushing and shoving, please, gentlemen. Picked up by Ko Lucas. He thinks about going long, and I think he probably wished he had now, because the ball's still in the danger area on that far side. Nuruliev with a cross, punched away by Al Hosseini. What an exciting finish to this match. Marega trying to get the ball forward. He's got it to Kamara. And Kamara gets the pass completely wrong. He was looking to play in Lucas on that far side. Back come Nasaf. Nasruliev gets the cross in towards the back post. It just eludes Amanov. It's kept alive, though, by the substitute. He swings the ball in. Headed away by Abdullah Ghanim. Again, the cross comes into the back post. Let's have another look at that header and a great save from Al Hosseini. Tipping it over. It looked as though the last touch, actually, from that angle, came off Abdullah Ghanim. This angle might show us a bit more. No, it was just off Chavez, and it was definitely heading in. And a committed punch that followed from Adel Al Hosseini. Meanwhile, there's another player going off for Sharjah. I think it's Kamara who's gone off with a little bit of cramp. He's going to have to hobble around to the halfway line before he's going to be allowed back on, I think. So they're down to 9 on the pitch at the moment, as Sharjah. Kamara's been allowed back on now. Nasaf have to get the ball forward. Picked up by Bozarov. Out to this near side, Abdul Rakhmatov. Ishmuradov. Look at where Nematov is now on the halfway line. It's attack against defence at the moment, and it's Nasaf doing the attacking. That's good work from Marega. He's claimed the throw-in for himself. It's Nuruliev who'll take it, and then I've got a feeling that's going to be a yellow card for Marega. Just threw the ball away. To the last of the minimum of 10 to be played as Abdul Basit clears long. Nematov, no longer a goalkeeper, now an auxiliary defender. Nasruliev goes long. It almost found its way to Amanov, who's just about kept it in play. He's done really well there. Abdi Rakhmatov getting the ball in. Oh, and it's stumped over the top. Oh, in fact, the referee's pointed to the penalty spot. Let's have another look here. The cross came in. Was there a hand? Did it hit Abdul Basit's hand? It looked as though it did there. The referee spotted it. The hand in an unnatural position from Jigauri's header. And I reckon that is going to stand, even if it goes to VAR. The Sharjah players furious. We're into the 11th minute of additional time. And indeed, Mr. Fu is coming across to the monitor. He's been advised to do so by Mr. Shen, who's the VAR official this evening. Goodness me, what a climax to this match. I really can't see how Mr. Fu is going to change his decision here. He's awarded the penalty already, remember. Second handball incident of the night. Remember, Nasaf had a goal ruled out in the first half. Amanov did really well to keep this in play. Kept alive by Abdi Rakhmatov. The header from Jigauri. And what will the referee's interpretation be of that handball? Mohamed Abdul Basit trying to get there. You can see his arm was raised. What's Mr. Fu's decision going to be then? He's given the penalty. The Sharjah players incensed. And Abdul Basit, to add insult to injury, receives a yellow card. Majid Hassan, he can play no further part in the match. Well, they're stunned on the Sharjah bench. It's Darwish Mohammed in the middle of your screen, and there's Luanzinho and Marcus Maloney, two Sharjah players sidelined this evening. The Nasaf fans, broad smiles, and it's going to be Amanov, after an interminable delay, who's going to have the opportunity to claim a point in this match for Nasaf. Amanov, who scored 2 goals on match day 2 against Al Sadd, 3 goals in the Uzbek Super League this season. Amanov against Adel Al-Hosseini. He's going to take this left-footed. Up he stepped. Oh, it's saved! Oh, fantastic goalkeeping. Adel Al-Hosseini, the captain leading from the front. Goodness me. Unbelievable drama. What a fantastic stop. It was hit hard. Marega urging his teammates to get into position. It was just too close to the goalkeeper. And after all that, we've got a corner. Amanov can't believe it. They can't believe it. Into the 15th minute of added time. Headed away. Nematov was up for the corner. Blocked by Kamara. Nematov stayed up. Amanov has it on that far side. The Sharjah fans whistling for the end. Abdul Basit, who's been reprieved, trying to get the tackle in. Kamara gets the block in. It's a corner. Olaroyo, I've never seen him so animated on the sidelines. He wants the final whistle. It's not coming. Instead, it's going to be a corner. Bozorov will take it. In fact, no, it's Nuruliev out there. Nemetov has stayed up. You can see him on the penalty spot. A high ball. And it's all over. Sharjah have won. What an incredible finish to the match. Adel Al-Hosseini, the skipper, does his side proud. Keo Lucas's goal, the one that separates these two sides. An incredible finish. What a penalty save by Adel Al-Hosseini from Amanov's spot kick after Abdul Basit had handled. Sharjah finished the match with 10 men after Majid Hassan was sent off for a second yellow card. The Sharjah players complaining to the referee. Frustration for Nasruliev, frustration for Amanov. He can't believe that he wasn't able to convert that penalty. And it all means, of course, that Sharjah have overtaken Nasaf at the top of Group B at the end of match day 3. They now move to 7 points. Nasaf of 6. And remember as well that these two sides will go head-to-head again in Uzbekistan on match day 4. Jiga Uri, he's run himself into the ground this evening. The Sharjah fans delirious. Adel Al-Hosseini gets a big hug from Marega, and rightly so. Tremendous performance from the Sharjah captain. For Uzbekistan's Nasaf, it's a case of what might have been. Keo Lucas's goal in the 5th minute of added time in the first half. Then the difference between these two sides, a closely fought encounter and a thrilling finish. It's all over here at the Sharjah Stadium, and it's finished. Sharjah 1, Nasaf 0.